Can Happen Friday. The art and cultural side of Southeast Asia.
Welcome back.
So, this is Arlene.
And this is Grace, and you are at Anything Can Happen Friday.
And today, what is happening?
Well, today is Happening Friday because we have invited this special guest from Theatre Sindh, and we're gonna talk about another play, but it's something to do with the socio-economic culture or status in Malaysia. And then we have invited two people who will be acting on the stage, and then one who is the director. So Freddy Tan, he's a director, and also Fara, Faidzan, and Ismail, Jamaludin, who are actors from this play.
Hi. Thank you for having us. Yeah.
So early in the morning, so are you guys,
Oh,
we got our have your
coffee?
acting spirit?
Coffee,
Oh, yes,
breakfast,
definitely.
We're all ready for this.
We're always ready.
Sleep, everything's perfect.
So let's talk about the play and also a bit of introduction of yourself. Perhaps we start with the lady.
Oh, okay. Hi, my name is Fara Faidzan. I'm 22. I'm like the youngest of like the cast members, and I'm really honored to be part of Seafood Productions.
Is this how you introduce yourself? Like, I'm 22.
Well, because I mean, this year I'm 22. That's why I'm just like, just saying I'm 22. And yeah.
If not, it would be 21.
Yeah, well, if I'm like older, then I will like just state 21 flat. Yeah, but it's okay. Right now, it's fine. It's fine to be 22 now. Yeah. And yeah, it's quite an honor to be part of Seafood Productions, like biggest full-length play. Like first ever full-length play called 15. So yes.
How was it like when you received the whole scenario of this play to you, and then you had to play part of this play, which is regards to socio-economic conditions, right?
Yes.
So could you relate to the story?
Well, at first, I mean, we had to do like the audition process, and like when I got the script, like all Freddy wrote in the emails just speak like how you would talk as a Malaysian. I'm like, okay. Right. And when I read the script, like it seemed very like not like very mundane, very like normal. Okay, there's an interview scene. Okay, all right. And then just like, okay, go with it, all right. And he said, don't memorize it, just go with the flow. So when I went for the audition, and there's a continuation to it, the other like the whole script,
right?
And that's when I'm like, whoa, this is something else. Right. This is crazy.
Then how about Ismail? Well, what were your responses to this play?
Well, I was, to be honest, like what Farah said. We got bits and pieces when we're doing our auditions, so the things that we didn't
get. You didn't really see the whole picture.
No, you didn't. So when we finally got the actual script, for me, I was quite surprised. It was I think it was quite a nice surprise.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. It was one is it wasn't something that you'd expect as a script, and then secondly, not only that, it was the execution of the script was also a bit of a surprise.
Yeah.
Good surprise, I hope.
A great surprise, Freddie.
It is. It's great. So.
Yeah.
So why 15? I don't understand.
Okay.
It's not because of the Taylor Swift song.
The thing is, we have never really gotten like a straight answer from the playwright. But based on my conversation with him and also my observation, I think why he called 15, because he wrote this play 2 years ago, 2013. Right. So I think it's his own interpretation of how KL would be in 2015. And he wrote that 2 years ago. But I don't think he's trying to predict the future or some sort. Not really.
Back to the Future.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. From Back to the Future
but
stuff.
Yeah, he's just like highlighting the issues in like our socio-economical state and the urban culture and stuff like that. And yeah, we just think maybe in 2 years down the road what might be.
So Freddy, as a director of this whole play, when I look at this poster, they're headless. Why do you want to portray this image when it comes to 15, the play?
What do you think?
It's very it brings a curiosity.
It looks like a dystopian Malaysia or Kuala Lumpur. It looks like that.
That's also part of it too.
Yeah, I think that's part of the plan. One part of the idea that we have. When we're in the discussion process of how we want to sell the show, we thought of because this is essentially about KL, about urban KLites.
Right.
So we thought, and he also touched on a lot of like the corporate culture, the corporate jungle and stuff like that. So we thought, okay, so suits sounds cool. Let's do that. And then, okay, so how about the cast? We want to use the cast, but we don't want to just be like, straight suits and then people stand there. It might look like a mafia movie. And then after we look in the script a bit more, we realize because all the actors, all 8 of them, they play multiple characters. And they play multiple characters that are also relatable to themselves in real life and stuff like that. So we thought, okay. And in theater, we have this process, like before you go into the next character, you try to just stay neutral. And you just try to erase whatever you just have done and prepare for next character. And usually, there's a term for it that you just remove the mask, or so called like just forget who you are for that moment and just try to stay in the moment. So that's one of the reasons why we thought of the headless idea as well. And the other idea is that sometimes we talk about metaphorically when you're in we work in the same office for 20 years. What else do you have inside after you unwrap everything else?
Becomes the
drones.
The emptiness might eat into you, and so it kind of depends on how you want to interpret it. We want to leave that to the audience as well. Like, is it just because of aesthetic, or is there any more deeper meanings to it? But we want to leave that to audience, just like the play itself.
It sounds very interesting, and the play focuses on the youth, right? Their perspective of young adults in Kuala Lumpur. Why that particular age group?
That's actually a very good question.
Our target audience are the young generation.
That's good.
As a young
adult.
young adult, 22. I feel like it's kind of not just like a relatable concept and like a view of it, but also to see because being a young adult, you don't really know what's going to happen like in the corporate world or whatever it is, and this is a really great like just a full frontal, just like a like in your face, like here it is, this is how it's going to be, but you take it in, you analyze it yourself, and also like the script and the script written, it's great for like college kids to like really analyze what's going on, and with like Freddy and Fara's like their direction towards the like the whole play, like it's not just like theater kids can really appreciate this, but even economic students or literature students, they can really look at this and be like, okay, so there's a lot of questions to be answered and like to be thought upon when like watching this play. So yeah, it's really great if like to watch it.
It's something that we can relate to, but at the same time, this play, the type of play is surreal, if I'm not mistaken. So could you elaborate more on that type of the play? Because can they actually receive the message by just watching something? The message is not like right into your face.
Well, I think the play has elements of surreality. I would say that, but it's not like you're not looking at Salvador Dali with like walking. It's got elements of surreality, but I think what people can really understand is the elements that the play kind of touches upon, and we were just talking about the younger demographic and all that. I think just generally audiences can kind of grasp different aspects of life through the play. I mean, we have scenes in the play that talk about parenthood. We've got scenes in the play that talk about work, that talk about relationships. But it's the execution of these topics that kind of make it something interesting.
Because they are all very current and relatable issues that we tackle on, but the writer just decided to put them in a slightly unfamiliar scenario. Like, for example, two strangers talking in the park. In Malaysia, it's almost impossible for that to happen, right?
Can people even be in the park? Just the two of them.
Exactly. So
that's great. That's great, right there.
Correct. So it's like he wants to challenge the social standards, how you look
social
at
norms,
things, social norms. So. Yeah, that actually I think the stranger thing had happened twice, right, in two of our stories.
Yes. Definitely.
Which is very surreal in the
that's
sense.
the little hints of surrealism right there. I guess, I mean, like, because audiences, I mean, like, as audiences, like, they are smart. They will definitely like look up to it, like, oh yes.
Yeah.
Although it is surrealistic, but they think about it like, oh, like it doesn't follow the social norm, but like what they're talking about, it does correlate to the socio-economic issues that's happening right now, like in Malaysia.
Yeah. Ultimately, it's not a surrealist play, but
Right.
it just embraces some of the elements.
I see.
Let's talk about the socio-economic
Sure.
issues in this country, but we'll take one short break first.
Anything can happen Friday. The art and cultural side of Southeast Asia.
Hey, this is Arlene.
Welcome back. This is Grace.
And of course, you are with us on Anything Can Happen Friday. So, Grace, this particular play touches a lot on socio-economic issues.
Yeah.
So, what is it so pertinent about this? Maybe you can ask our speakers
So are you
of today.
asking me to ask that? So let's
I like that.
ask that.
It's a middle
Yeah.
person to
Yeah,
come to
I'm
us.
asking you to ask them.
So should I pick a person?
I know communication
Yes.
is a
Or can we
lot.
just all of us just say it at once?
All at once.
All at once.
It's just a way to create that social class, you know.
Oh.
The fact that I have to answer to ask you guys.
That hit there.
It's a very diplomatic,
I
diplomatic
see
show.
that.
I like this.
Then I will head that question to Mr. Tan.
Okay. Yeah. I think the play it definitely touches on a lot of socio-economical issues that we spoke about. For one, because I think one of the main theme of the play is crime. Yeah, this play almost, I think every scene that it touches on something may or may not be legal. Yeah, and because I think the script is trying to challenge, what is crime, what is right, what is wrong, and also our inclination towards criminal activities. I don't know about you guys, but I personally think that all humans have that tendency to want to just cross the border sometimes.
Right.
Yeah, you get what I mean?
Yes. I can relate.
Yeah, you kind of have that fantasy. Okay, what if I can take that coach back?
I'm going
out
to
of
call the
counter
police
and
now.
Actually, there's a French term for that.
Yeah.
I don't remember the exact words for it, but it's something to do with something of the void, where it's in back of our head.
Yeah, there's always
Right.
a voice.
Yeah, it's something where like if you're at the edge of a cliff or
It's sort of the temptation.
yeah, the temptation. So
Yeah.
I mean, like, kind of, I guess the writer, like, he used that void in his mind and like projected out, like,
Right.
I will tickle that void of yours, and yes.
And by no means we are advocating crime here. Yeah.
Oh, no. We are good people.
This play is supported
Approved.
by JKKN and it's approved by them, so I assure you it's perfectly fine.
Right.
Your halal certificate.
Yeah.
JKKN, halal.
Well, when I see the poster, right, it says for mature audiences only. So are you gonna check the IC or?
Does it involve
wait.
sex? You know?
Actually, let me just clarify on that.
Yeah.
There's no vulgarity, there's no violence, there's no nudity,
Sex.
no
Yeah.
sex. Nah, I hope we have some, but we don't.
No, there's no.
Sadly, we don't have all those contents on stage. But the reason why we put it as mature audiences only is because of the subject matter. Because we are afraid that if, let's say, the younger kids come in, they might not understand anything. They might just laugh at, oh, okay, cool, they all wear suits, yay, or like, oh, that's it. They might not understand.
Right.
So like we encourage people, maybe audiences that are like 15 and above.
Right.
Yeah, also 15, get it? Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but I think around 14, 15 with parental advice, should be fine. If their parents are around, should be fine. Yeah.
That's very interesting. So thank you for your clarification.
On the spot right there.
15, yeah.
Now you know why it's called 15.
Yeah. 15 and above. Yeah.
So let's talk about this social status of the characters.
Yeah.
Are they coming from like different social status, like upper middle class or urban poor?
In general, yes, because we have so many characters.
Yeah.
But I think the main focus is still on the middle to the lower class.
Right.
Yeah, I think maybe Ish and Fara, you guys can talk about some of your characters.
Yes, why
yeah.
not?
Oh,
What is your character? Are you poor? Are you rich in that character?
well, my character isn't really financially sound. I think that's the way to say it. But yeah, I play one of the characters I play is a character called Lee, and he's got a far-fetched idea on how to gain more money in life
Without working.
through questionable criminal means, and but him as a character, he's more of the lower middle class range.
Right.
And I mean, what spurs him on to kind of go on this, let's call it an adventure of criminal activity, is mostly where he stands in life and his identity. I mean, as a character, he doesn't really find belonging in anywhere, but because of where he's placed in the social structure of the world, he kind of is. I guess he forces himself to try to find a way out in a very humorous way.
Light, very light.
Yeah, he's also unemployed.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. So you talk about unemployment issues.
We do
as
talk
well.
about unemployment
Yes,
issues.
That's
Yeah.
great. How about Farah?
Yes, I play
22?
various
Really,
characters, but like Freddy said, like it varies, like the social standards, income wise and everything. As for the mother, I mean I play a character as a mother, mother character.
We know.
That's fine. Yeah.
It's fine. Yeah, mother character that is quite, loaded and
So you
Lot of
mean
pressure?
Datin mother?
kind of yes,
of,
Datin,
like, rich
Datin,
type
a rich
kind of,
type of
yeah.
mother,
Right.
and babies, her son, very extremely overprotective towards her son,
All right.
and the scene is she basically wants to take her son out for an interview, and and
So
from there you'll
your character is more like the helicopter mom.
helicopter mom.
Meaning that you hover around
Yeah.
your son.
Yes, that.
Yeah, I like that. The helicopter mom.
Helicopter, I've never heard of that, but yes, that sounds interesting.
Yes.
And another character I play, her name is Catherine. She's more on the lower social standard of in the economy in Malaysia lah. And sorry, brain fart right now. Like Isha's character is because of where she stands in life, she is forced to go into other criminal means to get to survive, basically.
Right.
Yes, there's humor in everything they do, but if you think about it realistically, yes, they're just trying to survive life.
I mean,
The irony,
it's funny because it's true.
Yeah,
you know,
it's-
I mean,
it's
that's why it's funny.
That's why it's
But
dark
I like that
humor.
you use the word survival, because I think all of us living in the city, in comparison to probably rural areas, we are surviving.
Correct.
In socioeconomically, I think a lot of Malaysians in general have to go to politics now. Live just good enough to live, but not well enough to enjoy luxuries in life.
I mean, a big question that the play touches on is, I mean, it's a simple question: do you live in the city or do you live for the city?
Right.
You know, and all of these characters kind of try to answer it themselves,
Yes.
directly or indirectly. Yeah.
So it comes with very rapid urbanization and economic growth, whereas we are focusing on the lower and the middle income, how they are struggling, and also what we mentioned, to survive, to get through this economical state. And there are 8 players, right?
Yeah,
actors.
eight
Yeah.
actors.
And
I
then we
think
have invited 2 from here, so 6 characters. You're playing 2 characters already.
more than 2.
More than
All
2.
right.
Many, actually.
Various 3,
3.
4, 5.
15 maybe.
4.
Wow.
5 lah, technically.
5. Yeah, 5.
5, that's a
yeah.
lot. Yeah, to pull off the different characters, that's another challenge, no?
What is the most difficult character that you need to embody?
Well, as for me, is
Both of you.
for me it would be the girl Catherine.
Right.
It's because, well, she's my age, and it's not it's
Plan it that way.
I think that's why I like trying to yes, you need to challenge yourself for this.
It's hard to be 22.
It is very hard, you know.
Oh my God, I think
Especially
we
when
need
you
to
are.
hashtag 22 from here.
It's like realistically, going as a young adult, going through that whole, I'm an adult angst and everything like that. But with this character, she's not going through that kind of thing. She disregards all that. She's going through other social issues and how she tries to survive. And basically her mind is not to say that she's mature, but she is because of how she's living her life. She's forced to grow up faster, like face reality faster.
You can tell from her mannerism and behavior that this character been through a lot, even though she's just like 22.
Yeah.
See, so there's a lot of baggage that you need to somehow absorb in order for you to have that character.
Yeah. So getting to character is like, it was very hard for both me and like my partner co-actor Jeremy. We both, like, every time during this rehearsal we'd be like, my brain. But
getting there.
It's a really, I mean, like, without what it won't be fun if there's no challenge. So but even like the other character, the mother, like, they have their own like different challenges as an actor. Like, the characters by themselves, like, they have their own, you know, challenges to face. Because I'm not a mother, of course. I'm not a mother yet. Not yet.
But you can
Not yet. Not soon. Yes. And even with her, like, I have to think of like, why is she like this? Why is she so worried about the son all the time and this and that? And getting to that character, like, although I'm not to say it's easier, but because of her mindset, like. It's interesting to say because like the lower social people in 15, like, they're really smart, but the mother, I would say she's more very, like, to say Latin, like, which is, you can say it's stereotypical, like, smart people, like rich people aren't that smart, like, you look at, like, because they have the money.
Simple-minded.
That'd be the right word. Yeah, simple-minded. So that would be my challenges.
I think what's really interesting for us as actors was to justify the crime that we did. You know, like, each of our characters do some sort of a crime, one way or form, and to justify. And what was even more interesting was it was for us in our process, we had to kind of delve deeper into what crime meant. And the interesting, you know, like, in crime, you have different professions. Just like the real world, you've got someone who's, you know, maybe a scam artist, someone who's maybe a mugger, and each of these characters embody that. So, you know, we had to really explore, like, okay, what does it mean for me to be, you know, a thief? What does it mean for, and why would I do that? And after we go through all that, find the humor in that. That was kind of the challenging thing. But
and some of the activities are actually quite small, like petty crimes as well. Then it's kind of challenge your definition of what is crime. You know, like, let's say, I mean, I'm sure some of us have done something that's illegal in life every day, but we never really acknowledge it. For example, jaywalking. I like to jaywalk.
I think, like, jaywalking in Malaysia is just
legal?
like
very natural, right?
But is it wrong when there's no car? Not really, right? But, you know,
it's not against hudud either, so
if you put it that way.
Yeah, right. I mean, I think it's very subjective when we talk about crime. Unfortunately, we are towards the end of our show. I guess
it was very fast.
Yeah, it was.
What? Really?
Yeah.
But just final question, I guess, like, why do you think audience should come? I mean, people should come and be an audience to your 15, besides, you know, the non-15s.
I think I talked enough already.
Ish can end this.
So what if say you?
So for those who are above 15, why they need to come?
I think because I was asked this question as well by a bunch of my friends. They're like, why would we come to watch your show? And I think, like, the way that I summed it up is, you watch a bunch of smart people, you know, being idiots and doing crime. But, and, you know, other than that, it's you should come and watch the show because we've got a bunch of really talented actors, a very talented director, a good team behind us, all supporting kind of this idea that we're trying to push, which is, who are we in life, and where do we stand in life? And in this, you know, play, we explore crime. So if you want kind of like a safe ticket to explore crime with a bunch of crazy people who have been working really hard, with a good storyline involved and in a humorous way, come and watch the play. I think you guys will be surprised.
Yes. So then, where can we expect this play, and when is it, and how about the ticket price?
Please.
Okay. Well, the venue will be at Theatre Kuash in TTDI, and the dates will be 11 to 14 June. The time will be 8:30. But 14th June, we also have a matinee show at 3 p.m. And ticket price, we actually have, for adults, it's 53, and students is 38.
Students above 15, yeah.
Yeah, about 15, definitely. But also, if you buy, like, there's a promotion, group promotion, which is buy 6 get 1 free, buy 10 get 2 free. And
That's very Malaysian.
very Malaysian. I mean, they love free. Yes, they're gonna get that. And you can get our tickets from Ticket Pro, www.ticketpro.com.my, or call 03-7880-7999.
If they want to know more about the play, is there any Facebook? Or any social
Yeah, we have a
media sites?
Facebook. You can go to facebook.com/sifu.production, or even email them at sifu.production@gmail.com.
Sifu is SIFU. No,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Sifu.
Sifu.
Yeah.
Sifu. Yes.
Not seafood, yeah.
Yeah, it's all seafood.
Seafood.
So with that, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.